So, welcome everyone. Uh, Today we will be seeing simple LR passing. Okay, so simple LR passing could also be called as SLR or SLR1. I hope everyone has a little bit background of bottom up passing. In LR passing, we have three different techniques. The main three techniques are SLR, CLR, and LALR. So here we will be just trying to work out a simple example on creating a simple LR passing table. Okay, so as you can see, you have three different productions being given, and we are asked to create an SLR passing table for this particular grammar. Okay, so what is the first step to start with? The first step is to create an augmented grammar. How do we create an augmented grammar? It is by introducing a new start state or start symbol. So here I am just introducing a new start symbol which is called as S dash. So S dash is producing S. Okay, then followed by S producing capital A producing small a capital A, as well as A producing small b. So these are the different productions which is given to us, and this is what we have introduced. Now this has become an augmented grammar. So this is our augmented grammar. Fine. Now after creating an augmented grammar, after making it an augmented grammar, the next is to create the set of items. So in simple LR passing table creation, we need to construct LR0 set of items. Now the question is how to create the LR0 set of items or canonical set of items. So these are the different names which is being used. So set of item is being created by introducing a dot sign to the right hand side of the production. So here the first production is S dash producing S. Now in order to make this as LR0 set of item, I have to introduce a dot, and the dot is introduced to the right side of the production. Now this has become an LR0 set of item. Okay, and we have to use two certain functions in order to create the set of items. So what are the two different functions? Those are the closure as well as goto function. So according to the closure property, we need to append or add the productions of S to this set of item. Only then this gets complete. So we have S dash producing dot S. After the dot, since this is a non-terminal, you have to add all those productions from the given grammar which starts with S. So what is that? In this particular grammar, we have S producing capital A. Now whether this is a set of item? No. In order to make this a set of item, you have to add a dot to the front of right hand side of the production. Now this has become a set of item. Again, the newly introduced productions is this. After the dot sign, again check whether this is a terminal or non-terminal. This is a non-terminal, so you have to again append the productions of A from the given grammar to this set of item. So what are those? You have two different productions, A producing small a capital A and as A producing small b. Now whether these are set of items? No. I have to introduce a dot sign. Where do you introduce? It is to the starting of right hand side of the production. Now again see what is the symbol after dot. So after dot you have a small a, after dot you have a small b. So these are the terminals. So I need not add any further productions to this set. So this is the first LR0 set of item. We call this as I 0. Fine. Now from this I0 I have to generate further set of items. How do I produce that? It is based on the second function which is called as goto. So let me write down goto. Now we are going to produce the other transition states from I0 based on the goto. So go to I0 with what symbol you are going to move to the next transition state. So it is by seeing at the symbols to the right of the dot symbol. So in I0, the first, let's consider the first production, which is S dash producing dot S. So after dot you have S. So this is what we are going to look at initially. So go to I0S. Go to I0S. So it means that we are encountering S, and then once we encounter S, we will be moving to the next state. So what we get is S dash producing S dot. So you are shifting the dot to one step to the right. Okay, so when we encounter S, it is just indicating that we have encountered S. Okay, so see whether any other productions is having capital S after dot. There is no other production. So this is the only production which is having S after dot. So go to I0S is having only a single set of item. Now this set of item is different from whatever we have found earlier. So I name it as I1. Next, go to I0. Take the next production. Second production from I0 is S producing dot capital A capital A. So we will be encountering capital A. So what are the different set of items which we can create from this? It is S producing capital A dot capital A. It means that I have moved this dot to one step ahead. Okay, now the dot is here. Now again check whether you have capital A after dot in any other production in I0. There is no other productions, right? So that's over. But according to the closure property, we know that after dot, if there is a non-terminal, then you have to add all those productions to this particular set of item from the given grammar, right? So I have to add A's production to this set of item. So A producing B. Now whether these two items are set of item? No, it is not canonical set of item. I have to insert a dot to the right hand side of the production. Again see what is there. After dot you have small a, after dot you have small b. These are the terminals. So you need not add any further productions to this set of item. Now I name this as I2. Why? Because this is different from already found set of items. Okay. So next go to. We have considered this production, we have considered this production. Now to consider is this production, right? A producing dot small a capital A. So I0 with small a. I0 with small a. What we have is capital A producing small a dot capital A. Fine. Any other productions after dot with A? No. This is the only production which is having A after the dot symbol. Okay. Now whatever we have added to this set of item, we have A producing A dot capital A. Now after dot you have a capital A, right? So according to the closure function, you need to append or add all those productions of A from the grammar to this set of item. So okay. So let's add. A producing small a, capital A producing small b, right? In order to make it as a set of item, I have added the dot to this particular production. Again, see whether the symbol to the right of dot is a non-terminal. No, this is terminal symbols, so I need not add any further productions. So since this is also different from this, I named it as I3. Okay, now let me just draw a line so that I can complete the things in this single page itself. Okay, so next we'll have go to I0. We have used this production. Now the pending production is A producing dot B. So we are trying to encounter small b. So what we have is A producing B dot. So dot is moved one step to the right. Now this becomes a new set of item. We call this as I4. Great. Okay, now we have used all the productions from I0 and we have encountered I1, I2, I3 and I4, right? So there is no further transitions possible from I0. Now moving to the next state I1. From I1, since dot is at the very end of the production, we cannot encounter any other items. It means that this is the one of the final states, right? I1 is one of the final states. You don't have any other transitions from this particular state because dot is at the very end of the production. Now from I2 we can have 3 different transitions, I guess. So let's do it. Go to I2 capital A. Okay, so this is the production which we are going to see. So after dot you have capital A. So I2 with capital A, what are the different set of items you get? S producing capital A dot. Okay, capital A dot. Any other productions after dot? This is the only production which has capital A after dot. Okay, and any other productions to add based on closure property? No. So this becomes I5. Okay, now go to I2 with small a. I2 with small a. So what we have is A producing A dot capital A, and I have to append A's production to this particular set of item. So A producing A and A producing B. A producing B. I have added these 2 productions, but in order to make this as set of item, I have to add a dot to the front of right hand side of the production. So this becomes a new set of item. Let's see. So let's just compare the state I3 with whatever we have got now. So this is one and the same. So I need not give a new name to this set of item. I should make this as I3 itself. Okay, since both are having the same set of items. Now go to I2 with small b. I2 with small b. So I2 with small b, what we get is A producing B dot, right? A producing B dot. This is what is your I4. So I need not give a new name. This is I4. So I2 with capital A, I2 with small a, I2 with small b. So we have done all these things, A, small a and small b. So with I2 we have produced all the transitions. Now with I3, let's see what is the new set of items which we get. I3 with capital A, I3 with capital A, I3 with capital A, what we get is A producing small a capital A dot. Here A producing small a capital A dot, right? Any other things to be added? No. So this is your I6, correct? Fine. Now go to I3 with small a, I3 with small a. So what we get is A producing small a dot capital A, right? And then A's production has to be added. So finally what we will get, you will be getting the same I3. See, A producing A dot A, A's production has been added, made, and these are also made as a set of items. So this is again I3, so it's a self loop. Okay, fine. Next is go to I3 with small b, I3 with small b. Okay, so I3 with small b, what we have is A producing B dot, A producing B dot, that is what is I4. So this is I4. Okay, so I3 is done. Now with I4 can I have a transition? No, because the dot is at the very end of the production, so no further transitions possible. Okay, now with I5 can I have a transition? No, dot is at the very end. Fine, I3, I4 we have seen everything. Now from I6 can I have a transition? No, dot is at the very end. So this here we complete our set of items generation. Okay, so set of items generation is over. The next process is to utilize this and fill up the transition table or the passing table, sorry, SLR passing table. So we can utilize all these things and we can fill up the passing table. I have just made a outline of the table. So a passing table will be looking like this. So this is your SLR passing table for the given grammar. So what we can see is the total number of states in the set of items is from I0 to I6. So this is your states. So this is I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5 and I6. So different total number of states is 7. Okay, I0 to I6. And then in the SLR passing table we will have two portions which we call it as action and go to. So in action the entries will be made based on the non-terminals. Sorry, it's not non-terminals, but it's terminals. So in the action you have to insert terminals. So the different terminals from the given grammar is A, small b, small a, small b, and then you know that we have to use dollar because this is the end marker, and in go to we have to mark the non-terminals. So non-terminal we have got two non-terminals which is S and capital A, capital S and capital A. These are the two different non-terminals available. Now let's fill in this table. Okay, let's see. So this is our I0 and let's see from I0 with S, I0 with capital S, whatever state you are getting that has to be mentioned. So with I0S you are moving to I1. So with I0S we are going to state I1. So I will write the state number over here, that is 1. Now I0 with capital A, 2. I0 with capital A you have to write 2. Now I0 with small a, you have to write, you are moving to state I3. I0 with small a, you are moving to state I3. Whether I should write the number 3? No. The action portion should contain either shift operation or reduce operation or accept or error. These are the four different operations which a shift reduce parser can take. So this is one of the shift reduce parser itself. Okay, so I should mention S3 instead of just mentioning 3. I should mention S3. S indicates shift operation. Now I0 with small a. Now next is I0 with small b. You have I4. I0 with small b, you have I4. So I should mention S4 here. Now from I1 there is no further transitions. Now from I2 capital A, you go to I5. I2 capital A, we are moving to I5. So state 5. Now next I2 with small a, 3. I2 with small a, S3. Okay. I2 with small b, S4. I2 with small b, S4. I3 with a. I3 with capital A, 6. I3 with capital A, 6. Next I3 with small a, 3. I3 with small a, S3. I3 with small b, S4. Okay. So we have mentioned shift operation in the action. Now where to mention exit? We have to mention exit in the cell where you encounter S. So the augmented grammar which we have introduced is S dash producing S, and this is your root. It's SLR passing is one of the bottom up passing technique. So it starts from the leaves and you are trying to encounter the root, right? You have to reach the root. So once you have reached root, there you accept the string, correct? So where do you encounter the root? It is at I1, right? There we find that the production is S dash producing S dot. It means that you have encountered the root S. So in I1 you need to mention except. Where do you mention except? It is in the dollar, because dollar is the end marker. Okay? So here you should mention except I1 dollar. Fine. Now this table is incomplete. Why? Because we have mentioned only shift operations. We didn't mention the reduce operation. So how to mark reduce operations? In order to mark reduce operations, what you have to do is initially you should name the given production. So the given productions are S producing A producing small a capital A producing small b. I am naming it as R1, R2, R3 in the same given order. Okay. Now where should I mention this R1 in the table? For that you need to find out the follow of the non-terminals. So what is follow of S? Follow of capital S. Follow of S. So I hope you know how to find out the follow of a given non-terminal. It is by finding the position of the non-terminal on the right hand side of the production. So in here, if you see, there is no production wherein you can find S in the right hand side of the production. But since S is the root or the starting symbol, we know that dollar will be present in the follow by default. Okay, so dollar is there. Now next is follow of capital A. Now follow of capital A, as you can see, in this production, we know that A is in the right hand side of the production, but by considering this particular production, follow of A is first of A. So whatever is existing after this capital A, try to find out the first of that particular items. Okay, symbol. So A producing small a, capital A producing B. So first of A is, you have A as well as B. Okay, so I have A, B. Anything else to be added? Let's see. So based on this particular A, we have found out AB as the follow of A. Now if I consider this A, if I consider this A as, to find the follow, in this case there is no other symbols after this capital A. It means that follow of A is again follow of S. So in follow of S we have dollar, so I should add dollar to this set. If okay, that's over. Now again there is another production wherein you can find capital A in the right hand side of the production. So based on this production, if I try to find out the follow of A, it is again follow of A. That is what we are trying to find out. So there is no other new symbols which we get. So these are the different symbols. Okay, now where to place R1 in this particular table? In order to do that, you have to find when this production is being encountered, that is S producing A dot should be found. S producing A dot. In which state you get A producing A dot? Capital A dot. It's in the I5, right? So I5. So I have to mark R1 in I5, but where and all I have to place R1? It is in the follow of S, because that is the production starting symbol. Okay, so S is producing this, so find the follow of S and insert R1. So follow of S is dollar, so in state I5 inside dollar I should mention R1. Now where to insert R2? As we had seen, find out in which state you get A producing small a, capital A dot. It's in the I6. So in I6 you have to insert R2. Where to insert R2? Find the follow of A. Follow of A contains A, B dollar. Follow of A contains A, B dollar. So in these three cells you have to insert R2. Okay. Next, where to insert R3? Again, you have to find out A producing B dot. Where you can find A producing B dot? It's in I4. So in I4 you have to insert R3. Where you will insert R3? In follow of A. Follow of A contains A, B dollar. So here you have to insert R3, R3, R3. Fine. So I hope this is clear. Thank you.